The Guys Night top 5. You love it, don't you? Here, let's do it one more time.
One more time.
All right, Ed. So tonight we talked about 5 huge trades, and I wanted to judge this not just off of like the most players, not just off of the most draft picks, not the biggest disappointment. Like obviously Deshaun Watson would be on there. Not that. I wanted to do it based off of like what were, in a sense, game changers, like that changed even the league or the franchise for one way or the other for like a foreseeable future. Yeah. Almost reshaped, defining moment trades, right?
Okay. I want to hear your top 5 here.
All right. So number 5, Vikings and the Cowboys, the Herschel Walker trade.
Yeah, I 100% knew that was going to be on this list.
3 first-round picks, 3 second-round picks, and a third-round pick. It turned into Emmitt Smith, Russell Maryland. One of those was a number 1 overall pick, Russell Maryland. Turned into Darren Woodson Jr. These 3 were all Hall of Famers, obviously Emmitt Smith and that team, and it led to them winning 3 Super Bowl championships. Yeah. So hard not to say that was. Oh, and Herschel Walker never ran through 1,000 yards for the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah.
It's probably one of the single greatest disappointment of trades.
Number 4, this might throw you off. James Harden, the 2021 trade with the Nets, dude.
Oh, dude.
Traded. The Rockets got Oladipo, 3 first-round picks, and then they also got a first-round pick from Milwaukee. The Nets got Harden, the Pacers got LeVert, and the Cavs got Jarrett Allen.
Yes, I do remember that.
That was like the biggest trade, most players, most teams, most draft picks involved, and it turned out to be a fucking disaster for everybody, basically.
Except for the Cavs.
Well, the Cavs got Jarrett Allen.
The Cavs, I don't even know what they gave up.
They didn't have to give anything up. I think they took the salary, which was part of it. But,
okay.
So
you could arguably say that trade started what we have right now in Cleveland.
Yeah, of course. Hopefully Jarrett Allen's got his shit together before the playoffs. Number 3, Kobe Bryant. Dude, they traded Charlotte traded.
Okay.
The Lakers traded away Vlade Divac.
Okay.
For nothing, just the 13th overall pick, which was the rights to Kobe Bryant, and they did it because they needed to clear Vlade's cap in order to re-sign Shaquille O'Neal. Little did they know that a high schooler out of Chicago was going to just completely change the franchise forever.
Crazy.
And dude, think about that. Yeah. Basically a salary dump to get that pick.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. Number 2, Ricky Williams, dude.
I knew that. I fucking knew that was going to be on there. Was that Ditka's team?
Yeah, Ditka, dude. He traded
first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh.
And a first and a third. Next year.
It was a first and third.
Yeah, dude. For the Redskins, it turned into Champ Bailey and LeVar Arrington. Those were the 2 big names out of that pick draft. Ultimately, though, nobody won because New Orleans didn't. Actually, the Redskins didn't win anything, and then New Orleans and Ricky Williams spent his time fucking.
Can I be honest with you? I'm gonna level with you. I didn't even know Champ Bailey played for the Redskins.
What?
I didn't know that.
The greatest fucking corner of that generation.
I associate him with the Broncos.
Yeah, well, because that's where he won a Super Bowl.
Well, hence why I associate him with the Broncos.
Sense. All right, are you ready for the number 1 fucking trade?
I'm really interested to see this.
This goes back to what we were talking earlier. So those who were tuned in earlier when we talked about trading for future draft capital and being able to split it up and how important it was. Boston Celtics traded Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Jason Terry to the Nets. Another terrible fucking. They needed a Nets rule for 2014, 16, 18 first round picks and a 2017 ability to pick swap. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
I knew it.
Jason Tatum came out of that pick, dude. That leads to Boston winning another championship. They're probably in line for it this year. So yeah, and Grant and Garnett were at the end of their careers at that point. They did absolutely nothing.
Dude, that was one of the worst trades I've ever seen in my life.
That was right after Boston beat us.
I think that was right when the New Jersey Nets moved to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
and they changed like their whole franchise look and appeal around and everything.
So it's funny because we talked in the beginning of the show the Stepien rule, which is the NBA's ability not to trade back to back.
Right.
And the reason that happened was because the Cavs owner was the worst owner and the league had to review his trades before he could make them. God forbid he was here for longer than 3 years. But ultimately, that's what prevented it. Now you look at the Nets trade. We just talked about their trade for Harden. We talked about their trade with the Celtics. They have not worked out. There's the time they went for it with Kyrie. Like they have tried to put a big 3 and a big 4 team together and win and buy a championship.
In reality, they just need a big 2.
Cannot do it. They cannot do it, man. They
do have a hold on. They do have a big three.
You're talking about now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but are they big three enough to win?
Who do you, when I say big three for the Celtics, who do you think?
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about the Nets.
No. I'm thinking of, I'm saying the Celtics right now.
No, and that was another part of that trade. Actually, one of those draft picks went for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah. That was,
didn't work out. Could you imagine if Kyrie Irving was on this team with Jason Tatum, freaking Jaylen Brown? Like,
he was.
They should be winning so many championships.
Bro, do you not realize that trade, it was like,
he was only there for 2
IT.
years. Yeah, but he was only there for 2 years.
Yeah, but it was Jason Tatum, Kyrie, and Gordon Hayward. That was that big three because because how that trade got set up, because it was Kyrie for IT, some accessory pieces, and so on. That was the first game of the season when D Wade was here, like when D Wade was in Cleveland.
God, I forgot
Gordon
about
Hayward broke his leg in Cleveland.
Yes, that's right.
Or he broke his ankle. It turned to the side. That was
big like three. The end of Hayward too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, you got to think. I mean, he was in the league for a long time. He was a baller, and his time in Boston just didn't work out. But that ultimately, shattered his career.
Yeah. So that was tonight's Guys Night Top 5.